I was encouraging people to sit forward, thank you, to sit forward as far as you're comfortable. So thank you, all those who are creatures of habit and like to sit in the back. I have a plan to be a little bit conversational at the end of my reflection. And so I thought if we sat closer, first of all, I could hear you better, and then repeat what you say for those who are watching us on live stream. But also you could hear one another better. So thank you for moving out of your comfort zones. I appreciate that. It is the last Sunday of the year, but it is a Sunday in the Christmas season. So for those of you who hate taking the tree down and putting all your Christmas decorations away, we have 12 days of Christmas, right? So you can enjoy it for a few more days until the wise ones come, and then all Christmas goes away and we move into Epiphany. But Epiphany is great too because candles, right? Yeah, so thank you for coming out on this Christmas Sunday and this last day of the new year. We can celebrate together. Many ways that we are church together. The solar panels are up, and I was surprised you can't see them. They're like pretty flat, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, they're up there. Yeah. So we need 2 inspections, and then they can go live. Flip the switch.
Yeah, if you want to see them, Matt suggested go up to the 2nd floor of the building. You can look over onto the annex. They're
Got
not
it.
that exciting. They only are at a 10% angle, and they're facing south, of course, to get the sun. So you can't see a whole lot, but at least you can see that they're there.
Okay. So if you want to see them, up to the 2nd floor, they're on a 10-degree angle facing south on the top of the annex. So check it out. Very cool. Thank you, Ramona and SEJ. And then council and for that effort. Yeah. I think we need to find someone with a drone to get up there when we do our dedication service.
They promised that they'd give us a picture.
Great.
And I also want to say David Frost helped a lot.
David Frost. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Nice. 2 other events coming up that I have to mention. The annual meeting is the regular time when we review our ministries together. We imagine the future. We approve a budget. January 28th, after the morning worship service. Plan to stay and talk about that. You should be able to see the annual report the Sunday before. So you can pick that up. I would guess it would go out in a digital copy. Karen, do you digital copy for the annual report or no? Just a hard copy? Okay, all right. So hard copy for sure, maybe a digital copy the Sunday before the annual meeting. You should have that in your hands. And then the search committee has done their work, and they're recommending Adam Drosha as your next settled pastor. His candidating weekend will be February 4, and watch for details. There should be some way for you all to meet with him on Friday or Saturday. I haven't seen those dates or times yet, but watch for that. And then on Sunday, he'll lead the worship service. Of course, you've seen him do that already, so shouldn't be any surprises if he's smart. And then how it will go is he'll be dismissed from the gathering, and then you all will have a chance to discuss and vote. So February 4, and we need to announce that several times before so that it's a legitimate congregational meeting. I don't want you to not pay attention during the service, but later on, we're going to do some carol singing. And so if you have a favorite Christmas carol and you'd like to check out the New Century Hymnal or the Little Black Supplement that we sing out of, you can do that. Probably if you called out a Christmas carol, we could find it. May-
Jingle bells or grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Maybe Christian Christmas carols. Frosty the Snowman, right? Yeah. So if you have a minute and you want to take a peek, feel free to do that. I want to thank my cohort in crime for being liturgists this morning, and for all those who make this service come together. Matt and Terry, Dennis and Barb, Karen, all the folks who, Kurt and Janine for singing this morning, Ramona. It's a lovely way to end the year together. I invite you to take a deep breath. Feel with confidence the earth holding you as you sit your seat on the seat. Let's prepare for a time of worship together. Good morning. Thank you.
Powerful images of those on the run by artist Kelly Lattimore. I invite you to join your voices with mine in a responsive manner with the call to worship. Creator of all the things you love, you choose us to be your children. Of all that you could offer us, you have given yourself, Emmanuel, God with us. Destiny's child, you amaze the wisest with your humility. You know human beings because you came as one. Spirit of incarnation, as we celebrate the birth of the Christ, be born in us each day. As we sing your praises, whisper the good news in our ears. As we seek to be faithful to our calling as a gift of love to the world, may our worship lead us deeper into your reign, which is waiting for us.
I invite you to share with one another God's peace as we gather in this space together, a unique space where the peace that passes understanding is uniquely available. Maybe find someone that you haven't met yet. Look them in the eye. Pass God's peace to them. The peace of God be with you.
But please, sir, forgive us, Lord. We didn't know 'twas you. Sweet little Jesus boy, oh, long time ago. Sweet little holy child, and we didn't know it was you.
Come up here with me a minute. Nope. Wyatt? Right here. Right here. I wonder how many of these creatures you can name. Do you know what that is?
This is baby Jesus.
That is baby Jesus. Yeah. What do you think baby Jesus was thinking about on Christmas?
I don't know. But this
Maybe change my diaper. Or maybe I'm really hungry. Do you think he could walk, Colton?
Yeah.
The day he was born? That's pretty magical.
He's running away.
He's running away. Yeah, why do you think he's running away? Oh, that's a good place for baby Jesus. Do you know what these creatures are?
Camel.
Camels. What do you think the camels thought about baby Jesus on that day? What do you think the camels thought about baby Jesus? Oh, they tipped over. Let's not do that because everything's going to tip over. Yeah. I think maybe sugar for breakfast. What do you think? What do you know who this is?
Jesus' dad.
Yeah. Do you know what his name was? Do you remember? What do you think Joseph thought about baby Jesus?
I don't know. This is another Jesus' dad.
Nope, that's a shepherd. And here's his sheep. What do you think they thought about baby Jesus? Bah, that's what they say, don't they? Yeah. What do you think they thought about baby Jesus? Who's that? Do you know who this is?
Baby Jesus' mommy.
Yeah, do you know what her name?
Just like her.
Just mommy. Yeah. Baby Jesus wouldn't call her anything but mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We know her as Mary. Yeah. What do you think she thought having a new baby?
I don't know.
I don't know
That
either.
baby wants to go to the roof.
Yeah, no. The baby doesn't want to go to the roof. The baby wants to stay right here. Wait, we have one these creatures over here. Do you know who they are?
They're not creatures. They're people.
They're people? Aren't people creatures?
No.
No.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Okay, so these creatures have like
Map says that.
crowns. Is that a map?
This map says the people are not creatures because that's correct.
Okay. Well, then people are or they aren't. Depends on what the map says. All right.
The map-
So these creatures have crowns on. Does that tell you anything about what they are? Huh?
Does not have a crown on it.
Yeah, that's a different kind of crown.
It's actually not a crown.
It's not. Okay, what does a crown mean? What kind of creatures are those? What kind of
It means
people?
you're the king.
They might be a king or a ruler of some kind, right? Yeah. What do you think they thought about baby Jesus? Any ideas what they thought about baby Jesus? Well, these are things to think about. What do you think about baby Jesus?
I do not know.
You don't know? Well, that's okay to not know.
Bacon is
It's okay to not know right now.
Go upstairs.
The sheep wants to go upstairs. Can you reach? Here, let me help you. There you go. All right.
He likes to spank his
All right.
butt.
So, let's put the sheep right there. Okay. And let's think about what would all these creatures think about baby Jesus, and what would you think about baby Jesus? It's a good question to ask. Thank you. Okay? You can go back to sitting by Grandma. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for coming up.
The ancient witness this morning brings us voices from the Gospel of Luke and from John. I invite you to read responsibly with me. God grants us deliverance from all that threatens us. We are able to serve God without fear in sacredness and goodness. We will be shown a path of transformation, a way to let go of all that keeps us enslaved. Because of God's deep compassion, a future of beauty will dawn on us. Light will shine, exposing the darkness that creates fear. We will be guided on a path of peace. God is true to the promises made. This one will make a way for healing and liberation. The baby will live a life that will be a light to those who walk in darkness. Through the Word, all things came into being. Apart from the Word, nothing came into being. This is the true light that comes to all the people of the world and shines on everyone. A light shines in the darkness, a light that the darkness has never overtaken. The world did not recognize the Word. The world's people have hard time accepting the Word. And the Word became flesh and lived for a while among us. We saw the beauty and sacredness of the Word filled with grace and truth. The contemporary witness this morning is a compilation by David White entitled "Everything is Waiting for You." Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressive and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely even you at times have felt the grand array, the swelling presence, and the chorus crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten you and invite you. And the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and have seen in you a good that lasts. All the birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you.
that holy place that you just created reminds me of a moment in my Christmases of childhood. So my mother, we could not decorate the tree. The children could not decorate the tree. The tree was decorated by my mother, and it was exquisite. Every ornament was exactly where it was supposed to be. There was an exception as we got a little older. You know those little silver tinsel things that you throw on the tree? We could throw them on the tree if we did just right, just the right amount. They landed just right. If they didn't, she'd fix them. It was an exquisite tree. And what I realized later on is the tree was always in the living room. You're Midwest people, you'll get this. The living room is the place where you go when the elders from the church come to visit. And that's the only time you go in the living room, right? Yeah. So the Christmas tree, exquisitely decorated in this room that was off limits, was my favorite place to be at Christmas time. And especially after the little kids went to bed, or if I could sneak in there before they went to bed, it was quiet. All the lights were off, just the tree lights were on. It was quiet. Did I say that? It was quiet. I loved that space. You know, as we got older, we got to help decorate the tree, especially the oldest girl child. It was always a favorite place for me. Many of you know that Dan and I have been intra-ministers now for the last dozen years. And when you're only home occasionally at the holiday season, it's hard to put up a tree, right? So we have on and off, we had a tree in a pot for a couple years, a small one sat in front of the window. My daughter's living with us now, so she's allergic to real trees, so no tree. We had a tree that hung on the wall. It was kind of a pretty woven tree that came from a Central or South American country. I was really sick before Christmas this year. I didn't think there was going to be any Christmas decorations. And Dan made me a woodlath tree. Oh, yes. He's the one. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, y'all know woodlath, right? It's the stuff behind the plaster in the walls. I don't know how many rooms of woodlath we took down. They're in the garage. We got to figure out things to do with woodlath. So, Christmas tree. And the other tradition that we've created since we've been married is as we travel to places, we always buy an ornament from the places we travel. And so every time Christmas rolls around and there is an opportunity, the ornaments get hung on the Christmas tree and we get to review. Where have we been? This is fun. So this past year we were in Utah. Got Utah ornaments hanging there. Oh, and Austin ornament from visit to see my daughter. So I'm guessing that as I'm telling you all my secrets, you have those memories, those treasured times from when you were a child or as you watched your children grow up, those Christmas traditions that became dear, that you appreciate, that you think back, and yeah, that's what Christmas is about. And I want to assure you that is what Christmas is about. For those of us who were raised in the Christian tradition, we often think that Christmas is about the baby Jesus. And in many ways it is, because birthday, Christmas, baby Jesus, the one we follow, day he was born, one we worship. one who grew up to be the light and love and rose, as Janine sang about. But I think that Jesus would be turning over in his grave, so to speak, if he thought that that's what Christmas was about for us. So, theme this year, Christmas is our story. And as you know, as you've collected all those memories over the years, the experiences you've had, the events you've been through, the ups and downs of your life, they create your story. It's not just Christmas. It's not just Jesus. Did I just say that? It's not just Jesus. It's the ways that God has been among us, because that's the important symbolism of Jesus, is that God came with skin on, in the flesh. We all are God with skin on for one another. That's the gift of Christmas. Our story keeps going and going and going and going, like the ever-ready Energizer Bunny. Every time we encounter one another, every time we encounter another creature. I missed the angel, didn't I, with the kiddos? And we don't have a star. But every time we encounter a creature made by God, we encounter that gift of God with skin on. God for real. The holy, love, the supernatural, the magical, the mystical, however you language God. So, we often point to Mary, the unwed mother who risked her life to birth this baby. We point to Joseph, the silent one, who stands by her at the risk of his reputation. We point to angels. By the way, the Bible never says that angels sing. The only creatures that sing are human beings. Well, birds, whales, other creatures sing too, but not angels. They only speak in the Bible. The Caesar, we missed him too. Thank God he wasn't in the manger scene. But he was instrumental in the story. The innkeeper, he was instrumental. Today, we meet three more. Zechariah, we met Elizabeth a couple weeks ago when Mary went to visit her. They were both pregnant. Elizabeth pregnant in her old age. Postmenopausal, she's pregnant. Oops. Yeah. Zechariah, Elizabeth's husband, he can't speak the whole time she's pregnant because he didn't believe that God was in control of things. John, Jesus' beloved disciple, is in the Christmas story, helping us with the analogies, word and light. These are the ways that Jesus behaved, as word and light. And then there's Anna and Simeon. Anna doesn't get to speak because female. Simeon speaks, though, for her. He says, this is the one who will pave the way, who will show us, who will model for us. So many characters and so many poets that we have heard in this season help us interpret. What does it mean to be one who honors this day? God in a baby. A person who comes and leads in humility and vulnerability. What does it mean to follow the way of Jesus, to be disciples? Next week, we'll talk about the wise ones. The wise ones saw the star, came from afar. The foreigner was the one who understood who Jesus was and what Jesus would do. I wonder which of those characters touch your heart. I wonder which one of those characters gets under your skin just a little bit. I wonder what Christmas carol you love and can't wait to sing because we haven't sung it yet. I wonder what Christmas tradition you picked up on when I was talking about the tree. Which one came to your mind? We have time to do a little sharing. This turns like this and picks up sound really well. And I can repeat what you say too for those who are watching us. Midnight Mass. Holy place. Something about midnight Mass. Was there candlelighting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Songs in Latin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Peace. Yeah.
kind of like our service was on Christmas.
Christmas Eve. Yeah. The candlelight and
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Quiet, somber, anticipating. Yeah. Thank you, Diane. Who else? A memory, a character that you resonate with? I'm going to capture some of these. I want to write a poem. Thank you. I want to write our own David White poem. He talks about soap and windows and window latches and stairs and doors and speakers and kettles, a speaker in the phone. I wonder if we could write a poem. We've got Midnight Mass. Kurt.
Much of Christmas for me, we always had a real tree was the scent of Christmas, which is really hard to capture, often imitated, and never quite right. You can't get that with a artificial tree. I almost said fake, scent.
Scent of a real fir tree in the house. Yeah, it just pervades the. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, Dennis.
The tree was my grandmother's tree. They had the old style bubble lights on it.
Bubble lights, the antique bubble lights on the tree. Yeah. So those old ornaments, right? The old, that bring back memories of our ancestors and our elders. Yeah. What else?
For me, it was music. In particular, two things. One, the Messiah, and then the other was an old vinyl album, Robert Shaw Corral, had all the tunes on it. We listened to over and over and over.
Robert Shaw Corral and the Messiah. What a combo. Love it. All right.
Growing up, we always celebrated, I went to a very small white community church, but we celebrated Jesus' birthday. And we would bring what we call white gifts and celebrated his birthday. And my mom would always make a little cake and put a candle on it as a birthday cake to baby Jesus.
White gifts for Jesus' birthday and a cupcake with a candle. Oh, a full-on cake with a candle. Nice.
But the candlelight service here in this church on Christmas Eve is so magical in this church. And I don't care what time, any other day afterwards,
I really, we need to redeem this word magic, right? Magic is not hocus pocus. It is the way mystery works. Yeah. Magical Christmas Eve. Charlotte. Who else?
My mom's having a hard time hearing, so I'm going to speak loud.
Okay.
In honor of my mother here today, I have so many memories from childhood. One of them was love expressed through food. My mom is the most excellent baker you can imagine. I went to New York City to the Austrian bakery, which should have been the top of the world. My sister and I almost spit it out because it wasn't like mom's. So, food as baked by your mother or family was one thing. And as kids, you didn't have as much fruit as we do now. So when the fruit came home Christmas Eve, we made a fruit bowl, that tangerine was like nothing I ever tasted in my life. And the smell, the scent of it, tangerine. It's hard to find these days. Those little things are not so terrible.
Wait, Kate, what was the first
Love is expressed through food.
Yeah, what was the baked good that you spit out?
Oh, there's a million.
But Austrian something you said.
I didn't say any food in particular yet, because that's a slippery slope.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was a
Okay, so she made, let's say, one of the best was nut rolls.
nut rolls.
Well, we didn't call them that, but, so we'll stop there.
Okay. Love it.
So, and the other third thing was, we had a tradition from the Slovak country. Long nut rolls.
Long.
nut rolls. There's the little fluorescent ones, there's the long ones. The third thing was, Slovakians have Eastern Europeans in many countries, even Italian have a tradition of dinner before Christmas Eve dinner. Many of you know that, right? A special ethnic dinner before Christmas. Ours was called Holy Supper. So the Christmas Eve, we had all these vegetarian dishes that most of the kids would not eat. And they were weird, like lentils and onions and things. But anyhow, we had a Christmas Eve, and when all the family gathered, my grandparents and everyone, big, huge ethnic dinner. And then we would have a tradition where we'd blow a candle out, and we had to see which way the smoke went, and that was to predict our lives for the next year. So traditions
Yeah.
and food through love.
Yeah. Love it.
Thank you, Mom, for a wonderful job.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, our poem's getting longer. Who else?
One of the traditions my husband and I have is to watch Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. You know, as cute as some people may see that, with different spirits, or perhaps as scary as it can be, it's really, I think, a very good story of redemption.
Christmas Carol, a story of redemption. Thank you. Yeah.
Some of the great music that has been created by national recording artists, such as My Favorite Things with the London Symphony. Kenny Rogers had a great recording we've heard over and over and over. Ian Murray, Harry Connick Jr., you know, all of this great work and arrangements created just for Christmas.
Thank you, Don.
My grandfather, when I was very young, we lived with my grandparents. And as it got closer and closer to Christmas, my grandpa would go out and he would start the tractor up. And he would attach the wagon to it. And we'd go way back out on the property and we would find the perfect Christmas tree. And then we would cut it down and bring it home. And it was always so fun to ride on that, you know, the tractor in the snow. It was wonderful. Loved it.
Thank you. Christmas tree. Cut it down yourself. Tractor and the wagon and outdoors.
Until the pandemic, we actually, you know, Matt and I lived in New York for a while, and we'd come home, we'd be at my mom and dad's. Well, when grandkids
all the kids, family, slumber party.
I started a new tradition this year. My grandson is 3. He wanted to decorate the tree, and I let him decorate my tree.
A 3-year-old decorating the tree.
Standing on a chair.
Nice.
trying to
Very
get
nice.
that top.
Yeah.
So the top of my tree is not decorated.
Yeah. No, just that high.
All the seeds
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
I just let him have it.
Yeah.
And he was enthralled.
Yeah. Someone who hasn't suggested something yet, Janine.
This is kind of an anti-tradition, I guess, but the days are short
Mm.
in Michigan and they're dark. And my father refused to put lights out on our house. So I really loved looking at holiday lights on other people's houses.
Nice. Holiday lights wherever they can be found. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going up there and then coming back here. Mr. Frost. Anticipation. And model trains around the tree. I know someone else who likes model trains. Was there someone else up there? Okay, Sharon?
Special handmade wooden gifts from grandparents.
Mm.
Whether it was doll cradles or jewelry boxes or trains or handmade quilts, just very special from the heart gifts.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Handmade gifts, wooden quilts. Anyone else? Ramona.
Kind of dovetailing on Chris's comments about the Christmas Eve service, my favorite part is while we're singing Silent Night, because Don's playing, I'm not playing, I'm sitting at the organ and looking out and just seeing the lights from the candles gradually get bigger and bigger, and that's my favorite part.
Mm-hmm. So I realized that you spoke already, so now I got to give these other people their. All right. Chris.
Just a quick comment about food. My parents would always put an orange and an apple in our socks. And, I mean, as a child, we had Christmas yesterday with Arthur and the kids and everybody, and they have always had apples and oranges in their socks. And Arthur's gonna be 50, and he says, Mom, I've had this for 50 years. And I said, well, I've had it for 73 years.
Some of those are the best ones, the traditions that last the longest. Oranges and apples in the socks.
On that note, I do grow up because we were fairly poor. That was basically our only Christmas gift
Mm.
at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to the other part you mentioned about the characters in Graph is the shepherds.
Mm.
Because they were the poorest of poor, and they were included in that Christmas story.
Yeah. Thank you, Dennis. The poorest of the poor included in the Christmas story. The apples and oranges remind us that there's some in the world who might get to eat on Christmas Day. Mm-hmm.
I remember singing Christmas carols. I loved it, and going around the houses and the places.
Mm-hmm.
That was, and the church used to do that, and I kind of miss it.
Mm-hmm. So singing at people's homes, Christmas carols. Or homebound or, uh-huh. All right. All right, well, we could add. I want to invite you to hear all the places, all the ways that we experience God, love, the holy, the magical, the mystical at Christmas time. On a wagon behind a tractor, looking for the perfect Christmas tree. At a slumber party with all the kids of the family gathered around. The 3-year-old decorating the tree as high as they can reach. Holiday lights on other people's homes. Anticipation. Model trains under the tree. Handmade wooden gifts, handmade sewn gifts. Christmas caroling. Candle light spreading. Oranges and apples reminding us that the poorest are included in the first Christmas. Midnight Mass with its beautiful rituals. The scent of a real, from the forest cut Christmas tree. Bubble lights on Grandma's Christmas tree. Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol story. Christmas music, like My Favorite Things by the London Symphony Orchestra. The Messiah, Robert Shaw Chorale. The gifts for Jesus' birthday, including a cake with a candle on it. The magical Christmas Eve service at First Congregational United Church of Christ in Charlotte. Food that symbolized love, specially baked. Tangerines, the likes of which you can't find any longer. And traditions like the Holy Supper. These and many, many, many other places are ways that we see God and feel God and experience God's love during this season of joy. I think for many of us, a song elicits emotion, so let's just keep this going. Let's find a Christmas carol or two or three. We'll sing the first verse of a carol that you choose so that we can sing as many as people would like to suggest. Does someone have one? Number 10 in the supplement. It came upon a midnight clear. Number 10. The supplement is the little paperback black book that's in front of you in the seats. Number 10. Let's sing the first verse. Who else? Number 8 in the supplement. Bring a torch.
It is
Thank you, Steph. That's not one we sing very often. Yeah. Who else? Larry. Number 11, Joy to the World.
Jesus, the light of the world, 160 indeed.
160 in the New Century Hymnal, the big hymnal hardcover in your seats. 160. Number 3 in the supplement.
in the big one.
129 in the New Century Hymnal. Oh, we're singing that for our closing hymn, so we'll save that one. Someone else. Okay, I'll choose the last one, 14. Love hearing the flute. Thank you, Steve, for sharing with us. Appreciate that. Hopefully these moments too will become part of your story, your Christmas story, in the ways that you've experienced God's presence. We lift each other up during our Sunday service in prayer. We acknowledge those who have special needs. They're listed on our insert in our program. Dale Dodds, an update, is recovering. Yeah. Thank you, Annie. Dale is home and recovering nicely from surgery, so that's good news. Chris shares with us prayers desired for peace with difficult decisions. So thank you for making yourself vulnerable and sharing with us. And Bill and Carol, their brother-in-law, I guess Carol's brother-in-law, Philip, is in the hospital. So for all those who struggle and suffer at this time of the year, we lift them before God, saying, "O God, hear our prayers. O God, hear our prayers." And for those reasons, we have to be thankful and grateful. We say, "Hallelujah, thanks be to God." Our Christmas offering is the Christmas Fund for the United Church of Christ. It's a special offering, 1 of 5 for 5, that the UCC collects that supports clergy people and lay people who've worked for the denomination who struggle in retirement, in particular, with financial concerns. There was a code, a QR code on you could probably find it on our website, Karen, the QR code for the Christmas Fund?
I don't think there's a separate one.
So it would be the same offering code. You can go there and make a note that it's for the Christmas Fund. Very good, thank you. Or leave a check or cash in the baskets as you exit this morning. Our closing hymn, number 129, "Good Christian Friends Rejoice." I just have to say a special thank you to Terry for not capturing me singing all those Christmas carols and capturing me saying the numbers. Thank you for that. I have to thank Dan for having his phone with him because I left the benediction on the printer across the way, so here it is. The Work of Christmas by Howard Thurman. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, to make music in the heart. Amen. Go in peace.